I'm Bambi Francisco for Vader TV's segment on Lessons from Entrepreneurs, and I'm speaking with Tim Tuttle, who founded Truveo back in 2004. He also sold Truvio to AOL in 2006. Tim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
How did you start Truveo? Or why did you start Truveo?
Well, I started Truvio with my co-founder Adam Beglin in 2004 because we saw a need in the marketplace. We knew there was going to be an explosion in video on the web, and at the time we felt that the video search technologies that were out there didn't work very well. And we thought we could do a better job, and so we spent 2 years building the technology, and we're able to build a better video search engine, so that was the reason.
Well, 2004, money wasn't really flowing, and there was probably still a lot of naysayers burnt from the bubble.
Yeah.
Did you have any, was it challenging to pitch the idea, and if so, what were the naysayers saying, and how did you respond?
Well, there certainly were naysayers. 2004, there was people were very skittish about investing in any new ideas, and it still surprises me to this day. There were people that we would meet with that would tell us that people would never watch video on the internet. They actually would say that, which was surprising to us. I mean, the technology trend was very clear. So I think the way that we got around that, or the way that we adapted, is by obviously taking the feedback of people who did have valid criticisms of our ideas and addressing those by improving our business. And so, I mean, I think every time someone tells you that there's something wrong with your idea, a lot of times they're right, and it's an opportunity to fix your idea. So it was through constant improvement of our business and improvement of our technology that we're able to build a real business.
Give me 3 lessons you've learned as an entrepreneur.
So I would say one of them, I know there's a lot of people who have ideas for something they'd like to start, but they're hesitant about diving in and getting started. And I really do think one of the big differences between entrepreneurs, people who build successful businesses, and people who want to is making that first decision, deciding that you're going to step off the cliff and get fully immersed in the idea. And it really is until you do that, until there's no safety net left, that you don't actually start building the real business. So my advice would be, if you can get yourself into a position where you can take the jump, take the plunge, do it. Don't wait. Do it.
It is a bit of a cliff, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are 3 pieces of advice you would give an entrepreneur?
One of the pieces of advice, and this is kind of a cop-out answer, but what I found, and what other entrepreneurs that I've spoken with have found, is that there is an abundance of advice that is available to you as an entrepreneur that people are willing to give you. My advice to the entrepreneur is to be careful about which advice that they take, because the business world and the technology world, especially the internet technology space, it changes dramatically. Every 6 months, every year, every 2 years, which means that advice that might have been good 5 years ago may not be relevant today. So I think you really need to be careful and seek out current advice, seek out advice from multiple sources when you're making decisions about how to build your business. So that's one piece of advice. There's probably hundreds more, but for the specific reason that I just gave, it's probably not a good idea for me to be providing a lot of advice, because it may be irrelevant.
It's going to change.
It's going to change.
Who inspired you, or who's your inspiration as an entrepreneur?
That's great. So I think I probably would give the same answer that most other entrepreneurs would give, which is you get inspired by other entrepreneurs who've been able to build businesses that started from just an idea. And I wouldn't single out a single one, because no single one comes to mind, but there's been hundreds of thousands of people that have done that, and that's happening today. So I didn't give a single name, because I don't have a single name. But
I think every entrepreneur probably had some inspiration, much like you just did right now. So we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Tim. I've been speaking with Tim Tuttle, who founded Truvio in 2004, sold it to AOL in 2006. I'm Bambi Francisco.